some high school girls basketball. Tonight, a late conference matchup. It's the Eden Prairie Eagles coming to Plymouth to take on the Wayzata Trojans. From Wayzata High School, John Jacobson along with former Trojans head boys basketball coach Phil Ward. And Phil, it's been a great season for the Trojans girls. They come in tonight 16-5 on the season. Mike Schumacher's team playing some pretty good ball.
You know, they've had a great season so far, and one of the things I think that makes them really difficult to play against is they all seem to contribute in various ways. It's not a one-person team by any means. Whatever needs to get done, someone steps up and gets it done, and it might be a different person each night, so that makes them a difficult team to guard.
Been a tough season for Eden Prairie, to say the least. They're winless in the late conference and 2-18 overall. But if you talk to both coaches, they'll say this is not a bad basketball team. This isn't a 2-18 team coming into the gym tonight.
You know, anybody who's coached has gone through a tough season where they think they should have maybe played better than they have up to that point. And clearly Eden Prairie believes they're better than they are, and you never know when the night's going to come when it starts to kick in and everything comes together, and I'm pretty sure they're hoping tonight's that night.
For Wayzata, I think the one thing that they need to do is just focus on this game. Not look ahead to any more games down the stretch. You got to take care of business tonight. It is a team you defeated earlier in the season, but only by 13 points, so you have to have your focus here tonight to play against the Eagles.
This is one of the toughest times of the season because you've been playing for quite a while, but you still got a long way to go. And each game, you know, it's supposed to be fun, and it is, but it can tend to drag a little bit this time of year. And when you've already beaten a team once and you look up and you go, well, we're at home, it's Friday night, and it could be a trap game with no doubt. And so the Trojans got to keep their eye on the ball tonight.
We'll take a break. We'll come back and tip this one off. It's Eden Prairie Wayzata late conference girls basketball coming up next on CCX.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
We are back at Wayzata High School. Eden Prairie and Wayzata High School girls basketball starters being introduced out on the floor here tonight at Wayzata. Let's look at the starting five for each of these squads. Coming into the 22nd game of the season for the Trojans, 21st of the year for the Eagles. Starters for Eden Prairie, Abby Johnson, 6'2" sophomore. Kira Mosley, 6'1" junior. On the forwards, Neka Obiezor, a 5'9" freshman. Hannah Kofut, a 5'8" senior. Jordan Shinna, 6' senior. Good sized team for Eden Prairie. And for the Wayzata Trojans, up front, Callie Tyson, 6'1" sophomore. Cameron Hay, 6'2" senior. Sydney Franks, a 5'5" senior. Emily Layton, a 5'10" senior. And Mimi Schrader, 5'9" sophomore, rounds out the starting five for Wayzata.
The Lake Conference is proud of its great history and excellence. An outstanding sporting behavior makes the Lake Conference and the Wayzata High School a first-class organization. Ladies and gentlemen, we request your cooperation this evening by boarding participants and officials.
So Phil, for Eden Prairie coming in, what do you look for from them that needs to go right early, say in the first 10 minutes of the ball game, that gives them something to build on?
You know, I think when you're 2-18, you just want to get off to a start that you don't necessarily have to get a lead or anything like that, but you just got to make a basketball game of it and just slowly build your confidence into the fact that you believe you can play in the game. And then, you know, as the game wears on, you kind of let the chips fall where they may.
Johnson will jump against Hay to get this one started. And we are underway on this Friday night. Easy tap win. It doesn't get it much easier than that. Emily Layton with the layup after the tip win by Hay.
Doesn't look like the start they were looking for there, huh?
I guess not. Eagles in the white with a red and black. Nice little spin move, then kick out pass. Baseline jump shot from Mosley won't go. Off the pass from Oviezor. And now it's the Trojans with their second possession. Franks with the basketball.
Eden Prairie starting out in the zone. Looks like a 1-2-2.
Franks from the corner goes back out with the pass to Schrader going inside. Franks thought about the three, goes back out to Schrader. Left side, Layton will lob it in. Little turnaround off the back iron. Not good for Hay, out of bounds. Off Wayzata, Eden Prairie basketball.
Well, it was a good battle for the board. Good shot. Good offensive possession.
Well, with Faith Johnson Patterson now in her second year as head coach here at Eden Prairie. Boy, she has had a lot of success every stop she's made. Multiple state championships for her as a coach. De La Salle, Minneapolis North. Part of a coaching staff at Blake, who was very successful back in the 90s with Ray Finley.
Yeah, I'm sure in time she'll have this put together the way she has her other programs she's been in.
Skip pass across to Layton. Franks, baseline left, shot off the iron by Layton, tipped and controlled by Hay, goes back out. Franks goes right baseline. Good defense by LBA for there. And then the turnover as Eden Prairie gets the ball back. Kofoot to the front court. Putting it on the floor, Mosley, and then the pass the other baseline, and open was Johnson, and she scores.
Good decisive, put it on the floor and then kick it to the outside shooter, and it was real nice.
So we're tied up at 2 minutes into the game.
It's man to man, or player to player, as they say in the girls' game.
Layton looking inside. Schrader pops out, puts it on the floor. 15-footer, well short. Rebound underneath. The follow-up won't go for Hay. And the Eagles have the rebound. Shinnis looks inside. Short jumper comes up a little short for Mosley. And pass down court and intercepted by Mosley.
It was a good opportunity to push. Doesn't always work out, but you're trying to establish a pace of the game, not necessarily have it work every time.
Eden Prairie has an early lead. Abby Johnson has both their baskets, and that's 4-2 Eagles. Whistle. Got a foul defensively on Eden Prairie inside. Let's look at Mike Schumacher. 8th year head coach of Wayzata, 16-5 this year, 3-2 in the Lake Conference. Fouls on Johnson, the first foul of the game. Inside, a little too strong off the glass by Tyson. And Obiezar rips the ball out of there. Eden Prairie with possession again. Kofoot into the front court. Mosley standing, looking for Obiezar. She'll spin, runs into a double team, gets the pass off. Corner three ball off the iron, not good. Mosley had a hand on it and off out of bounds. Three missed by Kofoot, and Mosley couldn't grab the rebound, and it's to the Trojans.
Wayzata has been very active offensively, getting their hands on a lot of second chance opportunities and haven't made many shots, but if they keep getting the shots they're getting so far, I think they're going to make a bunch.
Schrader's shot denied by Johnson, and off of Schrader out of bounds. So we stay at 4-2. Wayzata got the basket filled about 4 seconds into the game, but haven't scored in 3.5 minutes since.
Well, I think the good news is they're getting shots, and then it's just a question of when they start to fall.
Right, you'd rather see that than if it's a series of turnovers, they're losing the ball. Osseo this time spins all the way to the basket and scores.
It's a spin move machine.
Yeah.
That's a good move. Nice finish.
Freshman with their first basket tonight. Lob on the block, shot up and in for Hay.
It's just good ball reversal, Pinder, and layup.
3-ball long for Shinnis. Ball secured by Hay. Schrader in the front court. Into the paint, kicks it back out. Franks for 3, too strong. Osseo has the rebound.
Again, it was nice offense, it just didn't go in.
Shinnis into the front court, hands off now to Kofoot. They've played 5 minutes so far. 6-4 Eden Prairie.
It's a tough shot there.
Won't go for Shinnis. Rebounded by Hay. Schrader to Layton. Defensively, it's Mosley all over.
Nice look, good kick out.
Schrader 3-ball long, rebounded. Hay. Layton left baseline, that won't go. And the defensive board for Abby Johnson. Shinnis, a little isolation play, then hands it off on the pass to Johnson.
Eden Prairie looks a little like they're not quite sure where everybody's going out there. There's a lot of people watching and not as many moving.
Osseo finds Mosley open in the corner. She's been a good scorer for them this year. Kicks it out with a pass. Ball tipped into the backcourt, and they're over and back here on EP. Shinnis, tough drive and is fouled. The first foul of the game on Wayzata will go against Sydney Franks.
Been a lot of offensive rebounds and that kind of stuff for only 1 foul apiece. Typically that's going to lead to a little bit more physical play, but
Shaylee Olson, a 6-foot senior, number 41. Jazz Smiley, a 5'5" freshman, number 23, into the Trojans lineup. Eden Prairie missing one of their regular starters. Sophia Hughes out tonight, one of their better post players. She's out sick tonight, so the Eagles playing a little short-handed.
that could be part of their issue on the defensive glass as well.
Franks pops out right wing, skip pass, a little high, but Smiley able to corral it. Baseline shot missed by Olson, ball out of bounds, last touch by Eden Prairie.
You know, the skip pass, like you said, it was a little high, but that's a great weapon to use, especially when a team shoots the ball as well as Wayzata does. It just forces the defense to go side to side.
Out of the inbounds play, Smiley missing the corner 3. And Eden Prairie back into the front court. Shinnis cross to Osseo. Pull up from 18 is good.
Nice looking shot.
Double baskets for NECA here in the first half, and it's a 6-point lead for Eden Prairie.
Nice drive.
Olsen's shot won't go. Shots continuing not to fall, getting some pretty good looks, Phil, as you said, but just nothing dropping so far in this first 7 minutes for Eden Prairie, or for Wayzata.
I will guarantee if they keep getting those kind of looks, they're going to start dropping. Good help.
Baseline drive.
Very good help.
Traveling called. Olsen came over and forced the travel on Abby Johnson. Well, that last Eagles basket.
She's playing very confident for a freshman. I haven't seen her play before, but she looks very good out there. A little bit of pressure, not much. Kind of make you think about it a little bit.
Layton calling Tyson out, gets her the ball. Tyson draws the double team. Smiley up and gets fouled. Yeah, Smiley not terribly tall, 5'5" freshman, but didn't show any fear there.
No, you know, I had her in class this year, earlier in the year, and she impressed me immediately when we went to our basketball unit. I knew she'd be a good player. But, you know, when you're not making your shots, even though you're getting good shots, sometimes going at the basket and forcing them to foul you and put you on the line is going to change that. Just, again, starts building your confidence that you can make a few free throws, and the scoreboard changes a little bit.
1 out of 2 for Smiley. Rebound to Abby Johnson. That's a 10-5 game. 10:20 to play here in the first half. John Jacobson and Phil Ward from Wayzata High School. Long 2 is up and in for Shinnis.
Well, for a 2-18 team, they seem to be playing a lot better than that. And I guarantee you they are better than a 2-18 team.
Amy Schrader, right corner. Now out high, hands it off for Layton. Left side, Smiley, arcing 3, not good. Ball on the floor, Olsen tying up with Johnson for it. Jump ball, possession arrow, gives it to Eden Prairie. Another Eden Prairie basket here a moment ago.
That's a really difficult shot she made. It doesn't look maybe so difficult if you're watching on TV, but having shot a few of those in my life, that's not an easy shot.
Obiazar taking out the basket, gets the offensive rebound, missed on that one. 2 pretty good looks for the freshman, but couldn't cash in.
I like the way Mimi Schrader always has her head up. She's looking for something to do while she's bringing the ball down the floor.
Tyson down low.
Nice, tough move.
Leading scorer for Wayzata has her first basket tonight. Mosley looks in. Patient with the basketball. Now will launch a 3 long and rebounded by Schrader. Schrader pull up right side. In and out and back in. Timeout taken by Eden Prairie. 32nd timeout.
Sometimes when you're the point guard and you passed and you dished off and people aren't making shots, you got to take a couple yourself.
For the last couple baskets here, Phil.
Well, she's just a very good player down there, and you could tell she found her balance and got a little hip on her and just made her way to the bucket. And sometimes you get lucky on a shot. She's a good shooter, but that one kind of rattled around a little bit. But like I said, one of their strengths is that a lot of people can score, and you got to make the other team have to guard all of you, and that's going to put a little fear into them as well.
4 out of the 5 starters have scored for Wayzata. Eden Prairie, Johnson, Obiazor, and Shinnis. 4 points apiece have counted for their 12 points so far. Eagles still lead it by 3, just over the halfway point of the first half here at Wayzata.
Wayzata in a zone now. Launching the 3.
Got good out of bounds and over to Wayzata. So Wayzata led 2-0, has trailed since. Baseline, Hay drives it to the basket and scores.
Again, nice ball movement. It goes side to side, gets the defense running a little bit, and it's hard to close out on someone and then stop their penetration. Wayzata in the zone, and
Mosley to Johnson. Kofoot. Shinnis will put it on the floor, back out. Left corner now, Mosley. Working around the perimeter, looking for a seam of the defense somewhere, and then a deep 3 ball comes up short by Shinnis.
Nice rebound.
Offensive board,
Nice
up and
rebound.
in by Johnson.
you know, when you're in a zone, sometimes it's hard to find someone to block out, and she just went to the open area, followed the ball, and came up with it.
Frank's looking for Olsen. Drives, double team, has to kick it back out to Shaylee Olsen. losing it on the floor and gets held. And foul will be on Kofut, her first, team's third.
Eden Prairie's getting a little bit more physical on the. They're trying to inhibit the person coming out to set the ball screen. They're jamming it a little bit more, and it throws your timing off.
Brooke Lewis, 5'8", sophomore, number 3. Sammy Nordskog, number 12, 5'7", junior, in for Eden Prairie. First time they've gone to their bench tonight. Smiley, Olsen.
Nice
back
look.
to Olsen.
Nice look.
Foul before the shot.
Probably worked out better on the foul than it would have had they not called it.
Fouls on Obi Azar, her first, team's fourth. Smiley will throw it in. Tyson. And off to Franks. Franks, nice interior pass, getting it into Olsen for the look, but shot wouldn't go, but that was nicely done.
Spacing was real good. It just created the play just by where the players were positioned on the floor.
Nordskog, right side. Bounce pass to Johnson, back out. Lewis throwing it left side, skip pass across. Nordskog, a 3 is good. And
nice shot. You know, they're not really putting too many people inside, and so I'm thinking they're comfortable just throwing around the perimeter and taking a 3.
Olsen's open, missed, and the rebound pulled down by Nordskog into the front court for the Eagles. Obi Azar off on the pass, tough one for Shinnis. That one comes off, chipped to the baseline, out of bounds off Eden Prairie.
Now, again, a cross-court pass. They weren't confused really, but one was switching to back down to the baseline, and in that transition between the guard going and picking up the ball, she got open and hit it.
Schrader back in for Wayzata. She's got the basketball. We're inside of 6 minutes to go. Tough drive to the hoop. Tried to dish the pass off, but it ends up in the hands of Brooke Lewis. Turnover Wayzata. Shinnis will push it up court. Nordskog for 3. He's got a couple of 3-pointers off the bench. Timeout Wayzata.
Timeout Wayzata.
You know, the key to that shot really is that she got there early, set herself up, and then the point guard just threw her the ball. I think one of the issues in sport or basketball is that too many times on teams, people are open and someone looks for someone more open or closer to the basket. When someone's open, you just throw them the ball. That puts them in rhythm, and that was clearly, if you watch the game, that was a rhythm shot, and she just buried it. It was a very good play.
9-point lead, Phil.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, like we said, they're probably better than a 2-18 team. But that said, for a 16-5 team, I don't think Wayzata is shooting particularly well. But if you were to ask me right now, without seeing the score, who's playing better, I still probably would say Wayzata is getting more out of what they're trying to do. But that's the beauty of sports. You have to actually, in basketball, put the ball in the basket in order to get rewarded.
There's no style points.
No. And Eden Prairie's committed to the 3-pointer. And I don't know how many, what do they got? 3, 4?
No, just the 2 off
just
the bench
2.
by Nordskog. Out of the timeout, Wayzata.
That was a play.
Cut
Set
into
play.
this deficit. Franks misses on the 3. Nice chase down by Schrader, the basketball. Trying to feed it in for Tyson. Knocked out of bounds by Shinnis. Still Trojan basketball.
Coach Schumacher likes to come out of timeouts with a play, and he definitely ran a play for Sydney Franks and got the shot they were looking for.
Inbound to Franks, to Schrader in the corner, back out. Smiley. Nice entry pass to Hay, who's fouled, and Cameron Hay will go to the line.
Foul number 12, Sammy Nordskog.
Again, they're getting the shots they want. it's critical you make free throws in these situations.
And Cameron Hay hits on the first one.
Very nice looking shot.
Second one in. Wayzata 3 out of 4 from the free throw line so far. Eden Prairie 2 for 2.
Looks like we're going back to, maybe not. That's player to player again.
Obiezar spins on Hay, not good. Smiley fighting for the rebound, gets tied up by Lewis. Alternate possession, gives it to Wayzata.
It's a good battle by Jasmine.
Trojans front court. We're inside of 5 minutes to go in the half. Nice little dribble there by Schrader. Get herself free briefly. Tyson well guarded by Johnson.
Nice ball movement.
Smiley shot, not good. Ball on the floor. Obiezar has it for Eden Prairie.
Boy, Obiezar gets a lot done out there.
Drive, kick left side. Side of the block, and Tyson nicely knocks it off of Johnson, out of bounds. Came over to defend the ball, and as she's going out, throws it off of Johnson and gets the possession for the Trojans. Schrader front court, right side Franks. Long two-point shot for Franks, not good. Obiezar another defensive board. Lewis front court to Shinnis. Obiezar pushed away from the basket a little bit. Drive and lost it. Picked up in the corner by Shinnis. Back to Obiezar, up and in.
You know, as a coach, you love to see kids compete, and I think all the kids are competing out here, but Obiezar really seems to be going at it.
Back to a 9-point Eden Prairie lead. Whistle and an Eden Prairie foul might be on Obiezar defending Hay there. And it is her second.
Be interesting to see if Coach Patterson keeps her in there.
16 fouls, so not the 1-and-1 yet for Wayzata. Lob in to Tyson, a nice catch
look.
and release. And Callie Tyson's got her second basket.
Mimi Schrader really showed good patience there. She just kept waiting for it to develop.
3 minutes to go in the first half. Eden Prairie's led most of the way. Biggest lead, 9 a couple of times. Obiezar in among a lot of blue shirts, gets to the basket and scores. He's got 8.
And they're a tough 8.
Yep. Shaylee Olson to Cameron Hay, up, fouled by Johnson. She'll go to the line for 2. Look at that last basket again, Phil. The freshman.
She got hit a couple of times, went to the left hand. It's tough to stop. So John, what do you think? Person's got 2 fouls, scoring well, 2 minutes to go in the half, 2.5.
I would take her out myself, yeah.
I think most coaches would.
Yeah.
Personally, I think I would leave her. I see a lot of games get lost in the last 2 minutes of a half trying to save somebody for the next half. And, you know, you can play with 3 fouls. Hopefully, if you're Eden Prairie, she doesn't get one. But they are a little down tonight because of some illness and stuff. So
that's the other factor. A couple players out tonight, and that one is up and in for Shinnis. So
I will say if the lead keeps going up, I'd pull her.
Just over 2 minutes to go. 9-point lead again for Eden Prairie. Drive by Frank. Little floater won't
nice
go.
Rebound.
Up, and who's the foul going to be on? Obiezar was in the area. No.
There we go. Now you got to pull her.
Now I got to pull her. That's her third. So first shot up and not good for Hay.
Well, the other thing with Osseo, having watched her play for a half, she does a lot of spin moves out there, and those can end up in a charge as well. So you're kind of, you know, volatile on both ends of the floor.
Hay makes the second one. An 8-point game, 26-18. Mosley.
Nice ball
Johnson up. Boy, that was a good look. Johnson gets the offensive rebound, trying to get it back to Shinnis. Intercepted. Franks up court. Lobbing it ahead for Hay. Hayes in some traffic. Oh, and then the steal by Shinnis. Steps in front of Schrader. And Shinnis will take it for the layup. Eden Prairie's fired up. They're up by 10. Tyson on the floor. Back out for Olsen. Long pass across for Schrader and Franks. Tyson for Hay.
That's good movement there.
Olsen spins and scores.
When you have two low posts, it gets kind of jammed up. But when one goes high, now you got your isolation down there. She went a little high-low and had a pretty easy bucket.
Nordskog had it briefly to Lewis. Back out Nordskog right side. Johnson hit a couple of baskets early. Hasn't scored since. Missed there. And then lost by Schrader out of bounds. Just dribbled it off her foot and out. Back to Eden Prairie.
If Wayzata stays in the zone, I think I would go for one. Just hold it for one. If they come out and play, I think maybe you just take the best shot you can get.
Nordskog.
They don't look like they're holding it for one.
Into Mosley. It's a little drop step, but couldn't get the shot to go. And rebounded by Tyson. Schrader will bring it up with under 30 seconds to go in the half. Hay drives into some traffic, lost it out of bounds. Another turnover for the Trojans. Now, perhaps hold for one, Phil, with 18 seconds left to go.
It doesn't seem to be in anybody's DNA to hold it for one here, but they might not have a choice.
Down to 10 to go. Inside, Mosley, shot won't go. Schrader. Have to let one go, knocked away nicely by Mosley to end the first half.
It's kind of a risky attempt there to steal the ball.
Could have been a foul, which would have been a 1-and-1 for Wayzata, but breaks the momentum up court on the drive. An uphill battle for the favored Trojans tonight, Phil. And Eden Prairie has worked hard, and they deserve the lead right now.
For sure they do. Kind of commented on it a couple of times. I wouldn't be too disheartened if I was Wayzata. I think they're getting shots. You can't really do much about that other than encourage the kids to keep, you know, shooting. But if your belief system breaks down at some point during a game, then you do stop making shots you normally do. And we'll see if they can come out and hit a couple in the second half. But Eden Prairie's played a great first half, in my opinion.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. It's youth basketball night tonight at Wayzata. We'll have more of our halftime coverage, first half highlights, and more. You're watching high school girls basketball on CCX Sports.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Eden Prairie leads Wayzata High School Lake Conference girls basketball tonight on CCX Sports. John Jacobson and Phil Ward. And Phil, we see some of the youth basketball players from the Wayzata Basketball Association out here, and the lifeblood of any high school team is the youth association. I know there's some good numbers for the girls.
It's always fun to see the young kids out here playing. You know, I think anybody who was young once remembers they dreamed of being on the court with the big kids, and someday they'd get there, and that's what hopefully that's what they're doing out here and enjoying their experience.
For you as a head coach, did you work much with the youth program, and in general the high school coaches do a lot with the youth, girls or boys basketball, or does it kind of depend on the association and the coach?
I think most coaches do a lot of work with them. You know, I can't speak directly to the girls program, but I know it's very big, and the boys program was very big, and it gets so big that it's hard to keep track of actually who's in it, you know. So you maybe do clinics and that kind of stuff. The biggest thing I always wanted to do, and I know Coach Schumacher feels the same way, is just start building relationships with the young kids, and so that they know who you are, they feel free to come up and ask for help, advice, or just hang out at the gym when you got it open.
I noticed that at the front desk tonight where they have the rosters, there was a note there for a sign-up for Wayzata girls basketball camp coming up in June. Those are always big, too, for player development and to get people involved in your program.
You know, it's not as much player development, even though, to me, we wanted our camp to be fun. You're not going to make anybody a superstar in 9 days.
5 days or.
But what you are going to do is inspire them to want to work more on their own. So we're trying to give them, you know, drills and things that they can practice on their own. Of course, shooting you can always do, but even ball handling skills. Do they really love to play? And if they do, you give them the opportunity to go get better on their own, because that's really what it's going to take.
Let's look at some of our first half highlights tonight here from Wayzata High School. Eden Prairie having some good success. First couple of baskets for Abby Johnson. They're able to get some baskets inside field, but some perimeter shots like that one from Johnson. Osseo driving to the basket there. She had a nice first half at both ends of the floor. Picked up the third foul right before halftime, which could be big in this one. At the other end, Cameron Hay scoring.
Well, you know, you have to get the ball inside, but there's different ways to do that. Wayzata is throwing the ball to posts inside, and they're scoring or doing a good job of getting shots up, whereas Eden Prairie is more putting it on the floor and attacking them. But either way, you got to get the ball close to the basket.
Mimi Schrader with that. The last shot that went in. Off the bench, Sammy Nordskog drained a couple of three-pointers. It was big for Eden Prairie to help them keep and expand their lead even. Off the inbound, 2 for Callie Tyson. And Osseo somehow getting it through the traffic there. Kept her balance, and late in 2.
That's really a tough move, and you know, I don't care if you're a high school boy or girl, whatever you are, that's a tough move when you're getting hit that many times.
Jordan Shinnis with the seal and the layup for 2 more. All of Eden Prairie scoring has been done by 4 players. Shinnis has 8, Obiazar has 8, Johnson and Nordskog has 6. That's their 28. Hay with 9 to lead Wayzata. Tyson with 4. Leighton, Schrader, and Olson 2 points apiece for the Trojans.
Well, the 20 points at the half has got to be a little disappointing, but I would say that can change, you know, very quickly. Just make a few more shots.
We'll take a break and come back. Start of the second half. Eden Prairie, Wayzata. Lake Conference girls basketball continues on CCX after this.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
We're about set for the second half. Eden Prairie with an 8-point lead. Phil, for them, more of the same, I guess, right?
Well,
Keep doing what you're doing.
I'm sure if I'm Coach Patterson, I'm really happy with where we're at. A little worried about the 3 fouls, but that said, I think they're just going to keep trying to keep it going. She's, you know, coached for very successfully for a long time. I think she understands too that Wayzata's getting some pretty good shots, so they're going to have to shore up their defense a little bit. On the other hand, Coach Schumacher, I've known him for many years. He was my assistant for a long time, and I guarantee he went into the locker room and was very positive with his team and you know, complimented on their play, but you know, reminds them that we got to get the ball in the basket.
Nordskog, Shinnis, Obiazar, Mosley, and Johnson. Starting 5 for the second half for Eden Prairie. Obiazar missing on the shot. Tie-up, jump ball. It'll be Wayzata basketball for the Trojans. On the floor to begin the second half, Smiley, Schrader, Hay, Tyson, and Franks. Cindy Franks has it here. Left baseline shot. Long. Obiazar gets the rebound.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how this comes out. Is somebody going to come off to a quick run or?
Reach and a foul from behind on Schrader, trying to take the ball away from Shinnis.
One thing I really like about the way she plays is she anticipates a lot. And even though she picked up a foul there, she's going to get a steal out of that a lot of times. She's always just, you can just see her thinking about what's going on before it happens.
Ball out of bounds. Look at it again. The lob down to Johnson, and a good block by Tyson to get it out. Mosley in some trouble and lost it out of bounds. Well defended by Wayzata. Turnover Eden Prairie.
This is a couple of possessions. They've gone physically throwing it inside every possession now. I don't know if that was something Coach Patterson talked about at the half or not, but they've definitely gone inside on them. To no avail, by the way. But I still think it's not a bad idea.
Drive and the pass by Hay. Saves
Nice
it in
play
for
by
Tyson.
Kelly.
Missed on the shot, and Mosley rebounds. Nordskog front court to Mosley. Mosley spins, takes it to the basket. Scoop shot. She'll go to the line for 2. Mosley, we talked about, one of the top scorers for this team, hadn't scored tonight.
Yeah, she looks like she's a little bit off her shooting touch, but clearly I think she's a confident basketball player, and that move tells me that she believes she's going to be scoring some points in this half.
Well, I think it's a positive, too, that you're up by 8 and your leading scorer on the court hasn't put a point in the basket yet. She gets 2 here, though. Very smooth on those free throws.
Yeah, that looked good. You know, like we said before, you make a couple of free throws, all of a sudden your confidence comes back.
10-point lead, equaling the biggest lead Eden Prairie's had tonight. Tyson puts it on the floor. Short comes, shot up short. Obiezar gets fouled. Or is it just off of it? Yeah.
I think it was a jump ball.
Yeah. So just Eden Prairie basketball. No foul. Mosley, out about the 3. Pulls up, left baseline. Off the rim, not good. Franks tying up Obiezar. Possession arrow over to Wayzata.
It seems like wherever the ball is, Obiezar's in there in the mix, and I'm thinking that 4th foul might be coming.
Schrader passed a little high for her, but she's able to corral it right in front of the bench. Smiley to Franks. Schrader behind the back dribble. Gets her shot blocked by Mosley, and that's off of Wayzata and out of bounds.
Wayzata's a good team, but on that kind of play with both posts down there, there's just no room to really get to the basket.
Obiezar driving. Back out to Shinnis. Nordskog. Drive by Mosley. Up. A little bit long and rebounded by Hay. Into the front court comes Smiley. Franks. Back for Cameron Hay. On the floor. Gets it struck out of bounds by Mosley. A couple blocks here in the second half by the 6'1" junior, Kira Mosley. Look at this one again.
Well, you're not getting it for free in there right now.
Hold's going to be called on Nordskog here. Nope, excuse me, it'll be on Abby Johnson instead. That's her 3rd. So she and Obiezar are 3 fouls each. Nobody in the game on either team with more than 2 other than those 2 players. That's inbound to Tyson. And she'll go to the line for 2.
Second personal on the Eagles, number 23, Jordan Shinnis.
Jordan Shinnis picking up the foul.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if fouls become a factor with maybe a depleted roster tonight.
Johnson Patterson was some question at the scorer's table with, I don't know if it was foul situation or what, or who the foul was on. And we're all set to go. Tyson will shoot 2. First time at the line tonight for the sophomore, and the first foul shot comes off. Wayzata tonight 6 out of 9 from the line. Eden Prairie 4 for 4. Second one is good.
The free throw looks good. She keeps getting fouled. She'll make them.
Nordskog, there's a trap in the backcourt.
Nice
That's
pressure.
A turnover. Smiley to Tyson and the 1.
Caught him off guard.
Fouls on Nordskog, his second. Free throw round wouldn't go. Tyson fights for the ball on the floor, tied up. Jump ball, possession arrow, give it back to Eden Prairie.
Boy, what a great battle for the ball. Pressure again.
Ball tapped away inside.
Shooting.
Control, and Schrader off the glass, couldn't get it in. Out of bounds, going to be,
I think he called a foul
on Schrader. Maybe Schrader's second foul. Team fouls even at 3 apiece here in the second half.
Well, the pressure is certainly getting to Eden Prairie. It's changing the way the game's flowing right now.
Pass intercepted. Frank steps in, takes it to the basket, and scores. Now they break the press. Obiezar, it's a 3-on-1 down low to Johnson. Lost the ball, though. And out of bounds off of Smiley. It's Eden Prairie ball. Look at that again. The steal by Frank, stealing the Lewis pass.
The pressure's good, but if you look at Eden Prairie, you probably can't see it on the camera. They got all 5 of their players on the far side of half court, and there's no room to throw a pass. They need to spread the floor more.
That pass a little high, and Franks ends up with it. Off for Schrader, and 2 more. Timeout, Eden Prairie. Wayzata as close as they've been in a long time. And they're pulled back to within 3.
You know, there's nothing like a layup. Get your shooting percentage back.
30-27. 14:20 to play in the second half. Last 7 points in a row for the Trojans. Look at the Class 4A rankings. This week, Hopkins, boy, they have been good this year. They are number 1. Elk River ranked number 2, the only 2 unbeaten teams in the class. Lakeville North is ranked 3rd. Eastview number 4. Apple Valley, Centennial, St. Michael, Albertville ranked number 7. Then Wayzata number 8. Roseville and Park Center round out the top 10. Park Center losing to Wayzata here on this court a couple of weeks ago.
Well, they're all good basketball teams. I did happen to see Hopkins one night, and they appear to be in a different league than the rest of the state that I've seen. But that doesn't take away from how good the other teams are around that are in that group of top 10 there.
So for Eden Prairie, what's the big thing? I guess press break.
Yeah, you know, everybody has their own, you know, it can be very systematic. For me, I think when you're getting pressured that far up, I think you got to throw over the top right away. Like if you take a look at our half court here, I would move the 2 girls at half court farther back, and there they go right there, as you can see, and it clears out space. And now it's not so easy to trap. They switch it to a player to player, I think, but.
Kofoot to Mosley as Eden Prairie safely in the front court. Johnson with it, 18 feet away from the bucket. Now Shinnis. Got a nice game for them. Lobs it in. Johnson lays it up and in. Nice basket for Eden Prairie to get out of that timeout, break a little of the momentum perhaps for Wayzata.
Yeah, that was a nice play for them. And
Hayes got it down low, couldn't get it to go. Gets it back, scramble for the ball in the lane, throws it to the corner. And we'll get a foul on Eden Prairie. Schrader going to dribble out of trouble, and she gets fouled on the way. That'll be on Shinnis. That's her 3rd. So now 3 starters for Eden Prairie. Johnson, Obiezar, and Shinnis, all with 3 personal fouls.
And there's a lot of time left in this game.
Frank's shot off the mark. Olsen, nice offensive board. Back out. Schrader, her shot won't go. Obiezar with the board for Eden Prairie. Kofoot front court. Mosley. Hay defending her and picks up a foul.
Boy, the whistles are blowing this half.
Cameron Hayes second. fourth team foul. Tyson and Smiley back in for Wayzata.
Fourth team foul on Wayzata.
5-point Eden Prairie lead, and they have led most of the way tonight.
Yeah, it feels a little different now, though.
Mosley lobs it in above the block. Obiazar kicks the pass out. Open three for Shinnis, was well long on the shot, not a play. That was the right move, but just missed shot.
It was a good play, and Obiazar, I mean, you got to guard her. She can make the layup, and she's smart enough to kick it back out. She's a good player.
Tyson. Smiley missed on the three, and the offensive rebound. And then get a foul on Mosley. She fouls Layton, who got underneath and grabbed the board.
Wayzata's doing a great job of just going to that weak side offensive rebound.
First foul of the game on Mosley. Layton to the free throw line for the first time. Got 2 points tonight, now 3.
See if Wayzata, if she makes the free throw, goes back to the pressure that was so effective.
Second one is good.
There it is.
Eagles break it into the front court through the hands of Johnson. Shinnis will try a three, long, rebounded by Smiley. Pushing the tempo for Wayzata. Will get a backcourt foul. On Mosley.
That might have helped them. They were off and running. That foul was well behind the play.
I didn't even see Mosley in that play. But regardless, the Wayzata basketball. Franks driving. We get a blocking foul in Eden Prairie. Mosley felt she had held her position pretty well there. Instead, it's whistled for the foul, and that'll be her third. All of a sudden, 3 quick fouls for Mosley. That's the 7th team foul.
Played less than 6 minutes, and we got 11 total fouls already this half, and that's in the end, I think that's going to help Wayzata. For sure, it does now.
Schrader and Hay back in for Wayzata. Franks misses both free throws. Obiazar the rebound. Here Mosley. Left wing holding. Puts it on the floor. Draws a double team. Franks gets the steal.
That was great defense by Wayzata. They isolated the ball on a side and then came in and doubled it.
Franks open three. Wayzata has tied it up. It's 32 all. Shinnis breaks the pass. Obiazar, ball tipped. Wayzata basketball. Back they come. Cameron Hay down to Callie Tyson and one. And it is all Wayzata right now.
Well, the press has totally turned the game around. And, you know, interestingly enough, whereas the press has gotten some layups for Wayzata, it's also, even when Eden Prairie's broken it, they're turning it over on the other end, or they're, you know, fumbling around and not really getting the shot that you would think they would get by breaking the press. So it's effective the entire length of the court.
Look at that three. 2 possessions ago by Franks.
Well, they were due. They haven't hit many, and she's a great shooter, and you know, wasn't going to be forever before it went through.
Look at the Lake Conference standings coming into play tonight. Hopkins 5-0, 22-0 overall. Wayzata second, Eden Prairie, or excuse me, Dinaham third. The game back of the Trojans, then Minnetonka and Eden Prairie. Hopkins going another opportunity to play Wayzata. That'll be here next Thursday.
That should be a fun one.
Tie up ball on the floor. Possession arrow, give it to Wayzata.
Well, Wayzata's really scrapping now. They're coming up with a lot of loose balls.
Nice inbound. Couldn't go for Hay. Schrader found it, but Cameron Hay unable to finish at the basket. For Eden Prairie, they got to settle down here and try to get back to the things that they were doing well in the first half. One thing they were doing well, they didn't turn the ball over a ton in the first half, but they've had a lot of problems here with that in the second half. Some forced by the pressure, but some unforced turnovers as well.
Well, you know, you say it's an unforced turnover, which you're right technically, but what happens is once you start losing your composure against the press, you're rattled on once just getting it over half court. It's just nothing seems to go smooth at that point. And they're just going to have to gather themselves and do what they know how to do. And like you said, they were pretty effective in the first half. And theoretically, they can get back to it again.
Here, Mosley on the line. Last foul on Smiley for Wayzata. 15 foul for Wayzata. 8 already for Eden Prairie. And they've got some serious foul trouble now. Shinnis with 4. OBAs are Mosley and Johnson. 3 fouls each. 1 out of 2 on the foul shots by Mosley. Rebounded by Hay. Front court, it's Franks. There's Schrader. They go in to Tyson. Back out to Hay. Baseline drive. Makes some room for herself. Lost the ball trying to get the offensive board. Johnson double teamed in the backcourt. Able to get it to Kofoot. And she'll bring it in to the front court for Eden Prairie.
I think Eden Prairie would be ahead to just kind of hold it for a second. Just take a look at what's going on. This is nice. Get the ball moved around the perimeter a couple of times.
North Sky down low. Obiazar back out. Johnson's shot is in. 10 points for Abby Johnson. Eden Prairie back in the lead. Schrader driving. We get a foul on the drive to the basket.
Good inside out. Open shot, knocks it down.
Fouls on Kofoot, her second. 9th team foul. Schrader will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Boy, shooting 2 for the last 10 minutes of a game is it's a big benefit. But you know, Wayzata's done a good job of putting the pressure on them. They've attacked them, and Eden Prairie's had to deal with that. Even that, Mimi Schrader took the ball from well past half court and just went flying down the middle.
Schrader gets them both. 36-35, Wayzata back in the lead. Under 10 minutes to play here in the second half. Nordscott. Mosley, 3 rattles in.
She was due as well. Well, it was a great game.
Back and forth we go now here in the second half. Eagles by 2. Schrader drives, runs into the tough defense. Ball knocked out of bounds by Mosley. Still Wayzata basketball. Schrader, lob goes in. Tyson gets fouled. Or excuse me, Hay gets fouled. And she'll go to the line. That's 4 on Johnson.
And they're shooting 2.
4th personal, Eden Prairie, number 21, Abby Johnson.
Hay missing on the free throw.
Callie Tyson, Wayzata.
Tyson in, Olsen out.
A lot of substitutions. Dizzying.
Amanda Polanski. 6-foot senior number 42 in for Eden Prairie. Both foul shots missed. Tyson tried to grab the ball in the corner and couldn't.
Wayzata's done a great job on missed free throws of going and getting the ball.
Nordskog throws it ahead to Mosley. She'll pop the open three in the corner, but miss. Smiley rebounds. Throws it to the front court. Tyson. Traveled.
Well, that's a tough play. Let's see. What do I know? But it didn't look like it.
Nope. We'll throw it off the back of the basket. That doesn't work either. It'll go over to Wayzata.
I think it was tipped.
You're right. You saw it, Coach. The referee saw it. The Wayzata fans did not see it. They thought that should have been Wayzata ball all the way.
In my career, I've always seen it, you know, like me and the ref see it eye to eye.
No, I think it did go off of him. I'm sure. No. You've always seen eye to eye.
Nobody will argue that point.
And he goes basketball again. Lob in.
Nice catch.
Obi Azar catches it near the sideline. Mosley puts up another one and scores. 4-point lead again for the Eagles.
Well, they're hanging in there, but they're...
Left side goes above the block to Tyson, turns and gets fouled. That'll be on Polanski here first.
You know, the press has been great, but if you handle the ball, you're going to get that shot against it, and she certainly has the ability to knock that down.
Tyson missing. That's the 8th missed free throw here in the second half for Wayzata. So they're getting the opportunities, but they got to cash in on some of these.
And, you know, the good news is they tend to get the ball back even when they miss, so they're getting another chance, but it'd be nice for Wayzata for them to make a few.
Second one also not good. Obi Azar the rebound. Lindskog and Mosley. Mosley shooting whenever she can get the ball now. That time shot won't go, out of bounds off Wayzata. Inbound by Polanski. Mosley turns, missed off the glass or off the board, and rebounded by Tyson. It's Schrader in the front court. Off to Sydney Franks.
Wayzata should keep the pressure on them. They're in so much foul trouble, they're almost...
Schrader to Smiley. Her shot, not good. Tipped out, and it's Mosley with it. Out running with Obi Azar. Can't get the shot to go. Ball out of bounds off Smiley.
Great hustle by Wayzata. Great hustle by both teams. But, you know, too often someone doesn't run back and you just get the layup for free. And Wayzata did not give them a layup for free. And that's just, you know, well coached and kids playing hard.
Polanski inbounding to Mosley. We're inside of 8 minutes to go. Aiden Prairie. There's 2 wins on the season, but they got a 4-point lead here on the 8th-ranked Trojans. Lindskog to the corner to Polanski. Back out Mosley. 3-ball, back iron, not good. Rebounded, Smiley throwing it ahead for Tyson. We'll get a foul on Mosley. That'll be her 4th.
Well, that was a foul, and Eden Prairie's really going to have to limit that kind of foul. You know, you might get a couple of battles down low, whatever, fighting for a rebound, but out on the court, you just can't foul somebody when everybody's got 4 fouls.
Tyson there had missed 5 of her last 6 free throws, but hits that one.
And you know, I like what Wayzata's doing. They're just keep coming at them, and it's gonna cause more fouls, not less.
Tyson connects on 2 here. Polanski inbounding to Lindskog, lost and out of bounds. Turnover, Eden Prairie. Runs another wave again, perhaps for Wayzata, and surged into the lead a few minutes ago. Eden Prairie's come back. Wayzata trying to tie it. Smiley, back out Franks. Hay puts it on the deck. Off for Tyson. In some traffic, back out. Smiley shot, and out, back in. And we're tied at 40. Shinnis into the front court. She'll pull up from 17. Not good. Rebounded by Franks.
This pace is great for Wayzata.
On the loose, Hay, left baseline. Schrader for 3 in the lead. Kofoot, front court. Lindskog trying to tie it back up and does. Sammy Nordskog, her third three-pointer of the game. Schrader to Tyson, is fouled by Polanski.
Well, Jasmine Smiley bouncing around up there, knocks it down. Boy, I really like the pace of the game. I just don't see how Wayzata's going to be. It's going to be tough to hold them off. They just keep coming, and there's just so many girls in foul trouble.
Natalie Mazur, in for Eden Prairie for the first time tonight. 6'3" freshman.
You do have to give credit to Eden Prairie as well. They're not going away, but
Tyson hits both free throws, so now she's knocked down her last 4 to give her team the lead. Hay back in. Shinnis had some trouble in the backcourt, but able to release the pass. Obiezar gets it down low, and a foul on Smiley.
That's a good foul. Oh, he's calling it a shooting foul?
Second foul on Smiley.
Well, let's see. Yeah, maybe it was, yeah.
Mazurek to the line to shoot 2.
I don't think Coach Schumacher thought it was a shooting foul.
Free throw in and out. Second one also good. Her second one is good, rather. It's 45-44. Missouri getting 1 out of 2. Trojans.
Still a lot of time left here.
Franks to Smiley. Schrader back to Franks.
Nice duck in.
Olsen. Shealy Olsen, a big basket, 3-point lead. Shinnis to the front court. Nice dish-off pass. Up and in for 2. Mazurek with the basket.
That was a tough shot. Doesn't look like it, but that's a tough shot on that kind of situation, and especially with the game so close.
47-46. Wayzata nursing a 1-point lead. 5.5 minutes to go. Schrader trying to take her player off the dribble. The basket scores. Timeout by Wayzata after the made basket by Schrader. With these last 2 hoops.
Real nice touch.
And then the drive by Schrader to the basket.
You know, she could see, kind of had the same angle she had from where we're sitting, and it was clearly wide open to the baseline. She saw it, read it, made the right play.
Well, we get to that time of the year, Phil, where it's playoff time. Girls hockey playoffs for Class AA teams get underway Saturday. Wayzata one of the teams that'll be in action. Eden Prairie as well in their section. And it goes, you know, boys hockey, basketball, wrestling sections coming up next week. And
it's always hard to imagine that you're in playoffs when you start a season, you know, and I've been doing it for many years, but you wake up one day and you're in the playoffs, season's over, and you're thinking about next year.
(49-46). Wayzata by 3. They scored just 20 points in the first half, but 29 here in the second half to turn an 8-point deficit into a 3-point lead.
2-3 zone.
Linskog to Johnson. Not good. Rebound by Tyson.
Rebounding is everything now.
Franks holding, and will hand off for Tyson. Schrader looking inside. To Olsen above the block and back out to Franks.
Good patience. Wayzata seems very confident in how they're trying to attack, and there you go.
Cameron Hay to Tyson for the lay-in. 11 points for Tyson here in the second half, 15 in the game now for the sophomore. Biggest lead of the game for Wayzata at 5 points. Obi Azar couldn't score inside. Rebound to Hay.
One of the problems for Eden Prairie is if they get to the point where they got a foul, they don't have anybody left who can foul without losing them for the game.
Good defense by Obi Azar there on Hay. Didn't allow her to turn and shoot. Back out it comes to Tyson. Schrader to Hay. Out to Franks, under 4 minutes to go.
I really like what Wayzata is doing. They're still attacking. They're not standing still, but they're being very intelligent about how they do it. And there's another one.
Great look. Franks down to Schrader. Schrader's had a big second half, putting in 11 of her 13 points.
That was a really nice look from Sydney Franks, too.
Linskog, good look at the three. Didn't go, though. Schrader with the basketball, and now Wayzata in control, 7-point lead, 3:20 to play. Tyson. Now it's Hay back out to Franks. And a foul on Linskog. Her third, and again Wayzata's in the double bonus. Mimi Schrader to the line for 2.
Well, I think to the fans or the viewers, they're thinking about Eden Prairie needs to come out and do something, more pressure-wise. I just don't know that they got anything in the tank, and I don't know that, certainly if they start fouling, they're going to lose their players. It's a really tough situation. I think they're just going to try to play it as tough as they can. But I wouldn't expect to see a whole lot of gimmicky traps, presses, that kind of stuff. I just don't think there's anything there.
Frank's second one is good.
Plus, you got to score if you're gonna put any kind of presses on.
Shinnis, long three is good. Jordan Shinnis, her first points of the second half. Much needed for Eden Prairie. They pull.
Beautiful shot. Not over yet, but.
Back to within 6. Drive by Franks. Tipped out of bounds. Blocked. Look at that three, a long three by Shinnis.
The zone can slow you down, but when you're in desperation and you want to shoot threes, you can step back a couple farther, a few more steps and get it off. And clearly she was confident in shooting that shot.
Smiley in for Olsen for Wayzata. Schrader will inbound. Throws it out high to Franks. And Wayzata doesn't have to be in any kind of a hurry here. 6-point lead in the basketball, 2.5 minutes to go.
Wayzata's really playing this well.
Franks left side, out high, Smiley, left side, Schrader. .210 to go. Schrader puts it on the floor to the basket. Not good. Foul up. Tyson up and in.
Nice rebound by Callie Tyson.
8-point lead again. Under 2 minutes to play. Free throw line. Johnson shot. Not good. Rebounded by Hay. It's tied up by Obi Azar. Alternate possession will keep it with Eden Prairie. Yeah, Armstrong Walker, number 11, into the lineup for the first time tonight.
Must be able to shoot. There it is.
Well, how about that? Come off the bench, haven't shot the ball in a couple of hours and some warm-ups, and you drain a three. 57-52. Schrader.
Go ahead.
Schrader with the ball, giving it off. To Olsen inside, back out to Franks. Schrader will drive, blocked by Johnson, and keeps the ball in bounds and gets it back for Eden Prairie. Got a one-player advantage, 5-on-4, until Schrader can get back into the play, and she does.
Huge.
Almost stolen. Now it is stolen by Hay. Took it right away from Johnson. Big defensive sequence there for the Trojans, with Eden Prairie having a chance to cut it to a one-possession game. Timeout Wayzata with 58 seconds to go in a 5-point Trojans lead.
Well, I understand why Coach Schumacher called the timeout. His team was a little unsettled. I think maybe that last shot they took was something he didn't want. It's always a tough call when you're coaching in that situation, because I don't think the defense was necessarily organized to come out and trap you or come up with a gimmick. So when you call the timeout, you're going to allow them to set up a little bit better. But I think he made the right call, just because I think his team really had maybe lost what they were trying to do for a minute.
The defense really turned up the pressure on Eden Prairie in the second half. And I just think outside of that, they just were more of an attack mode in that second half, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. They played more positive. With 58.4 seconds to go, 5-point lead, you know, you want to try to hold the ball, but the reality is if Eden Prairie comes out with some kind of serious pressure, which I would anticipate they'll do now, the best place to go is to the basket. Because that's, you know, you can spread them out, and they have to run a long way to stop you from getting to the hoop. So we'll see how that plays out here. And maybe they'll go to a 1-3-1. But if they stay in their player-to-player defense, I think what you're going to see is Wayzata should spread them and maybe just take it right to the bucket.
Schrader inbounds. The Franks back to Mimi Schrader into the front court. 50 seconds to play.
Yeah, there's a lot of room at the basket.
Smiley. Tyson comes back out, back to Smiley. They'll run some more clock. 43 seconds. Smiley trapped. And Wayzata will use another timeout.
That was a good timeout by Coach Schumacher. But when you're out by half court, you're subjected to getting trapped there. And I think they can get a layup out of this if they want one.
One timeout remaining for the Trojans. For Faith Johnson, Patterson's team said, you know, our girls are working hard. We just need a win, you know, to get some confidence. They may not get it tonight, but I think this game, regardless, is going to give them some confidence that we can win games when we play well.
They should feel good. You know, and the other thing is if you're in the Lake Conference, it's tough to win one game. I mean, the teams are always very good. So they've played well tonight, and they've played well against a really good team. And it's not over yet.
Nope. Schrader front court. Mosley comes out.
I think that's 5, isn't it?
It is 5 on Kira Mosley. So she will foul out here with 8 points all in the second half. And then Obi Azar back in. Schrader to the line for 2. And she has made all 4 of her free throws tonight here in the second half. And I jinxed it.
There you go, John.
Yeah, way to go.
Well, still, this one's an important one. 6-point lead.
Second one is good. Still a 2-possession game. Shinnis with the basketball. Armstrong Walker, ball lost on the floor. Steal on the timeout taken by Wayzata. Schrader alertly called for the timeout. Didn't want to give the ball away or have it taken away. That's good court presence by the sophomore, and Schrader takes the Wayzata's final timeout.
It was a great play. Now you just got to get it in bounds pretty much one more time. They got to foul immediately and make a free throw, and it's probably over. Always scared me, though, trying to get the ball inbounds. You know, just somebody can drop it. I mean, there's so many things can go wrong. Chances are nothing will go wrong, but from a coaching perspective, this isn't a fun place to be. Trying to figure out how to throw it, and you're down by your own end, and the other team has nothing to lose but going for a steal or.
Schrader inbounds, gets it to Tyson. Back to Schrader. She breaks the press into the front court under 20 seconds to go. To Tyson, who gets fouled. And that should do it. 14.9 seconds to go.
Nice job by Wayzata. Be nice to make one free throw here. That would end it for sure.
Brooke Lewis in Freed and Prairie.
Freshman number 12, Sammy Northstar, that's her fourth.
Fouls on Lindskog, her fourth. No, okay. They had brought in Lewis before the first free throw. And they're just going to leave Shinnis on the floor. I think initially I thought the foul was on Shinnis, which would have been her fifth. So that's what
maybe she did foul her and they just didn't call her. You never know. Nice free throw. That's a big shot.
$15 second half points for Callie Tyson. Now 19 in the game. Shinnis. Long three, not good, out of bounds. Eden Prairie basketball with 6 seconds to go.
Well, this was really an entertaining.
It was, wasn't it?
Entertaining game.
Schrader will dribble it out, and Wayzata will get their 17th win of the season. Didn't come easy, but they do win it in the end, Phil, 60-52.
Well, I think both coaches, the game went about the way both coaches thought it might. Eden Prairie's better than a 2-18 team, and yet Wayzata still won the game. And just a great high school basketball game.
Wayzata able to double their point total from the first half when they scored just 20. Trailed by 8, and they come through with a big effort in the second half, especially on defense, that gave them finally the lead and made some big free throws down the stretch, a lot of them, to seal it.
I think the defense got them layups. You know, they weren't shooting very confidently, but everybody feels confident shooting a layup, and you make a couple, the scoreboard starts changing, and all of a sudden you just get some momentum. And good call by Coach Schumacher to go to that press.
We'll take time out. We'll come back. We'll hear from a couple of the winners in a moment. Wayzata taking this one 60-52. We'll wrap things up from Wayzata High School after this timeout.
Love is love.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Wayzata winner tonight over Eden Prairie, 60-52, the final score. Welcome back to Wayzata High School. John Jacobson joined by Mimi Schrader and Callie Tyson. Callie, win tonight, but it certainly wasn't easy, was it?
No, it definitely wasn't. We didn't really start off the way I guess we wanted, but after halftime, I think we really came together and we made it happen.
Your defense really stepped up in that second half. I thought that was the difference, right?
Yeah, definitely. We were just all over them, working as playing as a team, getting out on shooters, and I think it really helped.
Yeah, it seemed not only the defense better, but you were more in kind of an attack mode after halftime as well, right, on offense?
Yeah, definitely. We were just focusing on attacking, being the aggressive team, because that's what gets it done.
You got Hopkins next week. I know it's your next late conference game. Yep. They're a great team. What does it take to try to beat them? And nobody has, obviously, this year.
Yeah, obviously it takes a lot, so we have to play really good defense and just knock down our shots and be confident.
Youth basketball night. Do you enjoy this when the young girls come around?
Yeah, I love it. We do a clinic beforehand, and it's always so fun. And then just signing autographs, they're all so excited. So, yeah, it's really fun.
Get your autographs.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. And Mimi Schrader, a terrific game for you in the second half. Tell me about this game. Do you like having games like this that are maybe a little tougher than you might have expected coming in?
I definitely love the atmosphere. The crowd was great tonight, and it was super fun. And you know, these are the games we want to play in, and the close ones are what make you better. So I definitely enjoyed it.
How much fun was that second half when you were getting the steals on defense, the crowd, these girls were getting into it?
Well, our press definitely helped us a lot. We got a lot of energy and made shots down the stretch, and our free throws are really key. We missed a couple at the end, but hitting those were big for us, and it got us the win. So, yeah, it was very fun.
17-5 on the season. How much fun has this season been for you?
It's been great. I love my teammates. So much fun. I love coming to practice every day, and I'm going to be really sad when it's over, but I hope we finish out strong and have a good rest of the season.
I know there's some girls waiting for your autograph. Good luck and enjoy the weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wayzata girls basketball, a nice come-from-behind win tonight. Down by 8 at halftime, fell behind by 10 a couple of times, but come back and win it by 8, 60-52. That does it for our telecast tonight from Wayzata High School and Phil Ward and all of our crew. I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for watching our coverage of high school girls basketball tonight on CCX Sports.